Good morning, gamers, and welcome to another episode of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD Let's Play. Let's jump right into it. If I remember correctly, we just came back to the real world, and we're a wolf, and we don't really know what to do. So, what next? Huh. I was about to ask that myself. Do you think I disappeared? Oh yeah, we also met like the best character ever. Listen, there's another thing I forgot to tell you. Don't think you can just run off and save your friends, because you can't. Just beyond that bridge, the land is covered in Twilight. Last time, a shadow beast pulled you through the curtain of Twilight. But if you want to go that way this time, you'll need the cooperation of someone from the Twilight. Like Edward. Like me. So you really have no choice but to do what I say. Saving your friends and all that, well, that'll depend on your actions. Because you never could trust words, can you? You know. Right now, I want a sword and a shield that'll suit me. You do understand me, don't you? So what do you plan to do? While you're here dawdling, the Twilight continues to expand. Come on, hurry it up. Now, okay. Just so you guys know, I did kind of replay last episode, just so that like we don't hear the constant annoying, like, you know, oh, you're dying, you know, one heart, that kind of thing. So yeah, I got 2 hearts instead. Anyway, one thing interesting that I found. Oh, by the way, there's enemies here. Okay, one thing about Wolf Link's gameplay, I love it. However, I kind of wish that Wolf Link had a finish move, you know, when he's attacking and whatnot, because you're about to see on these 2 Bulbins coming up that you attack them, they fall, and you have to wait for them to get back up. Whereas Link, you know, he gets the finish move later, and, you know, he can take care, like, I can't do anything while he's on the ground, but Human Link would be able to. Yes, we do get Midna's, like, force field move, which one-shots most enemies, but kind of wish there was something, you know, you could do. Oh, by the way, since we're an animal, I guess we could talk to other animals. I know, like, a squirrel, frogs, cuckoos, Epona you could talk to eventually. There is one cuckoo later on in the game that he says something pretty special, so we'll look forward to that. So what the squirrel basically, and you can talk to the animals, what the squirrel is basically saying is that the children of Ordon Village have been abducted. If you remember back, Ilia got abducted. Did my light just turn off? Oh, you guys can still see me. Ilia got abducted with Colin, and now the parents are all grieving about it. But then also the other ones, like Beth, Tallow, and Mallow. So, but okay, here's the thing about this particular part. It's cool, you know, trying to sneak around the village, trying to get, you know, sword and shield and whatnot. Usually it's just given to you. Well, the wooden sword was just given to us, but I kind of wish that these were also, like, I wish the Ordon shield and the Ordon sword, it was better. I like the idea of stealing them. However, I don't like how the game blatantly tells you what to do and where to get it. You know what I mean? They just tell you, oh, the shield's in this house, and then the sword is at Russell's house. Whereas I kind of wish that in the, like, you know, you can spend the beginning. It's a slow beginning to this game, but you can spend it, you know, exploring this whole village. Look at Breath of the Wild. Some people spend hours upon hours on the Great Plateau before even, like, completing the first shrine, you know? Okay. So, you know, I kind of wish the game gave credit to the player, and, you know, it would be kind of rewarding to the player. That's like, if you explored this village long and hard enough, you would know without anyone ever telling you that the shield is in Tallow house and the sword is at Russell's house. Maybe like, you know, you see Russell and he talks about the sword that you need to take the royal family. It's like, okay, well he also practices with the sword, so maybe you could take that sword. And oh, I was supposed to jump onto the water wheel. Anyway, but then like you can go into Tallow house real quick, and like you can probably talk to their mom or something like that. It's like, oh look, you know, up there on the loft is the family shield that we've had for generations. Very similar to Grandma from Wind Waker, you know? Like right there, you can see it like on the back wall. Like what if like as Ord and Link, you could just kind of like walk in, you know, talk, kind of explore a little bit, and then like she's probably like here, and like you can ask, it's like, oh look, this is a shield up there, and then that's it, and then that shield is never brought up again until now. You know, you kind of like, it'd be rewarding to the players, like, oh, okay. There's like, oh, I remember that, yeah, there is a shield up there. Really? Okay, I was about to say it was just like Epona in episode 2. Do you think this may have been like not a callback, but kind of a reference to Wind Waker? You know, having the shield on the wall and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't look cheap. It looks actually quite nice. Speaking of the Orden shield, there is one thing about it. Like it's a wooden shield, so it can burn very easily. However, dang, he's in the HD version. He looks very damaged. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it can burn easily, but if you lose it, like if it burns and you lose it for the whole game. You do get a replacement wooden shield. However, that one does look a lot cheaper, and it's on sale along with the Hylian shield, which is indestructible. So, you know, by the time you can buy the new wooden shield, you can already buy the Hylian shield. So, you should never really have to buy the wooden shield. And I always try to keep this shield as long as possible. Now, with the Orden sword, I kind of wish that it was Russell's like own sword that we were stealing, or if this is supposed to be the sword that we were gonna give to the royal family. I mean, it looks just kind of like just a generic sword, you know? Like, do you think a gift to the royal family would be a lot more like decorated and ornate and all that kind of stuff? But yeah, whatever. Link does look good, you know, having the sword and shield on his back like that. That's actually kind of cute. But the one thing I was thinking about, by the way, he can teleport because watch. Dang. Look, I got a sword just like you. Okay. But one thing I was gonna go into is that Midna, it's weird. She's the Twilight Prince. Oh, excuse me. I guess we don't know that yet. But she's from the Twilight Realm, and she goes on and on about how it's such a nice, you know, it's a nice world, I guess, and like, oh, I love the clouds of Twilight. Oh, look, the Twilight looks so nice today. That kind of thing. But then she tells us, like, oh, you want to save your friends? Well, you better freaking hurry up. It's like, you don't want to snap to it. It's like, whose side are you on? You know? I mean, obviously later on we find out why, you know, she was kind of like that. How she didn't want to stop Twilight even though she was from the Twilight. But for now, it's just kind of like perplexing. Okay, so we get our first Twilight Messenger, and I like to think this is the same Twilight Messenger, Shadow Being, whatever you want to call him. This is the same one that pulled us in when we first got into Twilight. But going on about the Twilight Messengers, originally, I'll show a picture right here. They were supposed to look like this, like from the Hyrule Historia concept art, which they look very similar to the Resident Evil 7 mold monsters. And I feel like the masked version, like, it's a lot more Zelda. It's a lot more fantastical, so I'm glad they went with that choice. But could you imagine if they kept that original design? Good lord. So these are kind of like, well, they're light spirits. There's like one light spirit for every like province of Hyrule. Well, this is, I guess, technically not Ordana, the Ordana province. I don't think it's technically Hyrule, because like I said earlier, like the people of Orden Village, they don't have points in the ears like Link. But these are kind of like the sages, you know, from Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, that kind of thing, and the giants from Majora's Mask. Oh, brave youth. Now this guy talks very slow. I am one of the 4 light spirits that protect Hyrule at the behest of the gods. I am Ordana. Looks very similar to the black beast you slayed was a shadow being that had come to seize the power of light. Have you guys watched Princess? I believe the movie's called Princess Mononoke. Correct me if I'm wrong. Studio Ghibli movie. My brethren Hyrule have already had their light stolen by these fell beasts. In Princess Mononoke, there's like this dear god. The entire kingdom has been reduced to another world ruled by the cursed power of the darkness. There's like this goat, or not, deer god, divine animal thing. I think maybe the Ordana, the light spirit Ordana, may have been inspired by that. The blight will not stop with Hyrule. Before long, the entire world will succumb to Twilight or something like that. There's a lot of Zelda games that take from that movie. Especially Breath of the Wild. It takes a lot from that. To save this land from the King of Twilight, the lost light must be recovered. The 3 light spirits who have lost their light must be revived. There is but one who could revive them and redeem this land. You. Me? I am the main character. You still have not discovered your true power. Those transformed by Twilight usually cannot recover their original forms. Unless, if you were to return to Faron Woods where you first transformed, if you were to revive the Light Spirit, there, by the power of the Light Spirit, you may find the means to regain your other state of being. So that's kind of a main part. I'll get into it later, but that's kind of like the main gameplay for Wolf Link would be to like recover the light tears of light for the light spirits. Yes! Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, especially on Heroes mode. Oh my god, I'm gonna need that. Okay, so it's after you awaken the light spirit, you can come back to the springs and heal yourself. Okay, as Wolf Link in Heroes mode, that's a godsend. Because you can't use items as Wolf Link. Like, maybe fairies in a bottle will still maybe save you, but you can't use potions or milk or anything. Hey, look. Midna. Don't say those words, please. The Faron Woods that you know so well, they're now covered in twilight. You might not be able to come back here, but do you still want to go? Yes. That's intense. Just pick him up like a rag doll. Oh, I love this cutscene. So these are the weapons you use in your world. A close shave there, good lord. You really think that this thing can slay the creatures of Twilight? Well, I won't use these. Well, I won't use these. She looks so done. But I'll hang on to them for you. Alright, a promise is a promise. I trust you enough to help. In exchange for my help, though, I need you to gather some things for me. Look, I can't tell you all the details now, but it'll be easy, trust me. But enough about that. Do you hear that noise? It's a lamentation of the spirit that had its light stolen. Where in the world could it be? I love how she hums her own theme song. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit there. Better get going, don't you think? Don't blame me for your world's fate if you don't hurry up. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. She likes the Twilight. Obviously, she's an inhabitant of the Twilight, and you know she talks about how much the Twilight is so much better than the world of light. But then she's like, "Well, you better hurry up, huh?" And it's like you're helping me get rid of like your people's or world's influence or something like that. It's getting mixed signals here. Okay, so this is probably the hardest battle with the Twilight Messengers because this is where we get the force field move from Midna. But before we get it, we do have to be careful because we have to face 3 of these guys, and all we get is that one like barrage attack, like biting attack. And yeah, Midna's about to like just ditch us. Take them all at once by yourself. She ditches us. We can't really do anything. We have to defeat 2 of them before Midna helps us again. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. About to die. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Well, what I was gonna say is that I kind of wish that Twilight Messengers in this game were more of a threat. Well, I just died to them. But, you know what I mean? Like, after you get that move, the force field move, you know, everything you hit with that thing dies in one hit. Oh, I've never seen this before. Okay. Everything you hit with that force field move dies in one hit. However, you know, I kind of wish the Twilight Messengers were more of a threat because they are kind of like the main enemy of this game. You know, at least in Heroes mode, yeah, they do hit hard, but all they get is that just one like swipe attack. I don't know. Like I said, they're presented as kind of like the main enemy of this game. But leave one alive, we'll use a shriek to bring the others back. So, energy field and close all the enemies within it to release. So, this is really the only kind of upgrade we get to Wolflink's arsenal. That's it. In terms of like Wolflink's like moveset and all that kind of stuff, like the way he attacks, that's it. We don't get any more upgrades. So what they just made, that portal up there, that is going to be a warp point for us later on. We can't use it yet, but okay, so like I said, this is kind of like the main point of Wolflink's gameplay. This is a, I guess, a damaged light spear that has light stolen from it. we need to find the Tears of Light in the light vessel. Now, in the original, I believe there were 16. In the HD version, there are 12. Personally, I mean, I guess a lot of people complain that the Wolf Link sections were way too... There's 3 of them in total. That were way too long. I had no problem with them. But... Like I said, they decreased it from 16 to 12, which... Basically, they just got rid of, like, I think, groups. Because, like, instead of, like, 4 insects being in one area, now there's probably, like, only 2, you know, that kind of thing. And like I mentioned in the trailer analysis video, oh, here we go. The thing you see on Link's hip in the trailer to Tears of the Kingdom, it's similar. It's kind of similar looking to the Tears of Light vessel. So maybe like that's something we need to collect, like, you know, Tears of the Kingdom, or oh my gosh, or they could be just like power cells to power up something later on. Maybe that like weird bird hovercraft, the glider from Spider-Man 3. Who knows? You know how cool that would be. So it's kind of interesting that people in the real world can see these bugs, but they can't see us. So he's about to say, like, these bugs just died, just straight up died. Yeah. That's what looks so weird. Remember, like, that's kind of one of the main gripes people had with this game, is that the Wolf Link sections were too long. And, like, collecting bugs, like, well, they are similar to the trials in Skyward Sword. By the way, I think if you were to get hurt, I think a tear is very similar to a recovery heart, where it recovers like 1 heart. Leave? Yes. Alright. I don't think there were any bugs in that cave. I don't think there were any original. But the trials were pretty cool. I mean, they were creepy, but like they were cool. This, I mean, yeah, these sections are the more slower sections of the game. However, I think it's like, you know, okay, yeah, you do have to, you do have to, you know, collect bugs. And, oh, God. Well, I'm about to recover that, I think. However, you get Midna with you. There you go. You get to hang out with Midna. So, it wasn't here the last time. Last time we were here, this purple fog. Now it's kind of engulfed the place. And I don't think it hurts. Well, I think you pass out. But I don't think you lose a heart when if you accidentally breathe it in. At least with Wolf Link. When you're back as human form, I don't know, maybe it'll hurt you. Each course. Do you think that's Wolf Link jumping, or is that like some kind of like power, like magic that Midna is using to get him to jump? Oh, they were both on top of each other? I didn't know that you could do that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Really, just one more little batch of bugs, and that'll do it. That's probably where we can call the episode as well. Oh, no, we still got this too. Oh, I was about to take it on one. There's only 2 here? Oh, it's 3, okay. Oh, so something kind of interesting about this particular battle. Oh, snap. We're about to recover that, I think. So, during that, I kind of ruined it. Well, I can't do it anymore. But, if you go by this wall here, I believe, like around here, if you gotta stand like in a very specific spot, and you have to get a Twilight Messenger to hit you, and I think like the recoil from that will cause you to like launch up there. And if you like, I think if you like clip outside of the game's boundaries, you'll be able to fall into the Lost Woods later on. And, you know, follow the Skull Kid, I'll do all that kind of junk, and get the Master Sword. It's one of the more famous glitches in this game. It's called the early Master Sword glitch. And I haven't really tried it myself. I do want to try it eventually, but like all those glitches. No, I'll tell you what. I have the GameCube version, so we can play the GameCube version, and we can try to go like throughout the whole game, and like try to like see all the glitches and whatnot. Because I know for a fact that on the GameCube version, all the glitches are like, they're not polished, they're not taken out. That's the like that is the original form of that game. All right, let's recover some hearts, and that's it. You gotta do that 2 more times, and now we could become human again. The light is full of tears and is returning to this area. That is beautiful looking, especially in HD.
Anyone from anything.
Aw, but it was so nice here in Twilight. That's what I'm saying. Like, why does she want to help us? She's got something up her sleeve, for sure. See you later. So is this guy supposed to be like, not a lemur, you know? A certain, maybe not a koala, because the tail's too long. Who knows? My name is Pharaon. This is my ball. I am one of the spirits of light who dwell in Hyrule. By the order of the gods, I protect this forest. O brave youth. In the land covered in twilight, where people roam as spirits, you were transformed into a blue-eyed beast. That was a sign. Really? It was a sign that the powers of the Chosen One rest within you, child, and they have awakened. Look at your awakened form. Do not be alarmed, but look at yourself. Oh, we're ready to kick some ass! The green tunic that is your god once belonged to the ancient hero chosen by the gods. You talking about the hero of time? That looks nothing like the tunic. His power is yours. His is the true power that's left within you. Your name is Link. You are the hero chosen by the gods. Oh, I love that. You can really see the detail on his tunic in this version. Brave Link. A dark power rests in a temple deep within these woods. It is a forbidden power. Long, long ago, I and the other spirits of light locked it away. Because of its nature, it is a power that should never be touched by any who dwell in the light. But this world weeps beneath a mantle of shadows, and so there is no choice. You must match the power of the King of Shadows. If you would seek this forbidden power, then proceed to the Temple in the Forest Depths. I'm no longer a furry. Oh my god. I would love a wolf like onesie. That'd be cool. That'd be sick. Well, well, you're the chosen hero and all that, huh? So that's why you turned into a beast. What a shame. I mean, maybe you'd rather just wander as a spirit like the rest of them, totally unaware of what's happening for all eternity, right? So what do you want to do? Do you want to head to the temple? Well, isn't that convenient? I was about to head there myself. Hey, look. You want to help your friend, right? The way I see it, maybe you're in that maybe they're in that temple, waiting for you to rescue them. Well, good luck, Mr. Important Hero. See you later. So she is still in our shadow. Okay. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to comment on the video, go ahead and give it a comment. In other words, I will see you guys next time. Good night, gamers.